Hey, what's up? My name is Kevin and I'm the helpful hero here to help you leverage the awesome power that is HubSpot. Now, in today's video, I've got another Clean Pro theme update for you, and I'm excited about this one because I've begun redoing a lot of the older existing Clean Pro modules that are the most widely used, and this update is going to include one of those modules. Plus, I want to tell you about the release of the brand new Happy Center kit that's specific for customers that are interested in utilizing the power of HubDB, but we'll get to that later in the video. For now, let's jump straight into HubSpot and I'll show you what Clean Pro version 102 is all about. So the first things first, we have the all new pricing table. Now, Clean Pro already has an existing pricing table module included in it, but I've redone and reintroduced a brand new module. So if you want to take advantage of what I'm about to show you, you're gonna need to pull in the new module itself into your page. But there are some really cool features that I'll walk you through in just a moment, including being able to set up multiple packages, far more than 5, 6, as many as you want, fully controllable. We can finally do a little custom feature icons and a whole lot more that I'll show you once we jump into the inside of HubSpot's editor. The next update that we have is a cool new option for the Magic module, as requested by a few customers who wanted parallax options within the columns where you can set a background image. Well, now you have it. You can kind of see it moving and grooving right there. This one's a little bit easier to see. Nonetheless, you can get super creative with the use of this in your different designs. And then we have the Count Up module. Now, one of the things that people started to use this for are showing percentiles with the feature that allows you to add decimals. Well, the problem was if you had 100%, it would show .0, but now if we refresh this page, we've fixed that so that you can use decimals and then any round numbers will actually result at the end of the count in that round number. Now there's a handful of other cool improvements that are going to be in my release notes, things like accessibility improvements, a few slight improvements related to the mega menu as it relates to accessibility, and a handful of other just little things. So be sure to check my Clean Pro-release notes page for even more detail. But now let's jump in and check out a few of these modules and the features and where to look for them. So if we go over here to the HubSpot editor and we go down to the brand new pricing table, you can see here it's going to look a lot more like, say, the VersaCards module, where you can go under Start here, select the number of columns you want to show, all the way up to 6. Of course, you still have that monthly or annually price toggle if you wanted to be able to change the price per monthly or annual or whatever you tend to use. And then where it gets cool is you can go into the packages and customize each of these packages. So here we are looking at package 1. Again, it's gonna look very similar to the existing module with a few new benefits, such as coming down here. Of course, you can highlight the package, but now you can add this little feature list. So instead of utilizing the bullet points in the rich text editor, which you still can do, you can actually create more customized looking bullet points for features. So if we jump into one of these, you can easily just add as many of these different features as you like. And I'll show you in just a second where then you can control the icon. As we go down into the package, you'll also have access to custom colors. Now you're going to be able to change the global style of each of these cards here under the Styles tab by going into the package cards. For example, you can now control all of the text, the highlight. You have all of these options available, as well as being able to change that feature icon color or icon itself. So say you wanted to use, let's use that good old Apple logo. You could change that out very easily to whatever icon that you want and have a little bit more functionality as it relates to that. Of course, change the color and the icon size. Now, the cool thing is, say you set up your pricing table so it looks like this, but you really want to call out package 2 and give it a little bit more priority. You can go into package 2. Of course, you could turn the highlight package on, but you can come down here and customize those card colors. So say, for example, we wanted it to look a little bit more like a dark mode, which I already have set up. You can completely then control the background color, the border color, title, subtitle, price, and all of those attributes for that single card. So if I say apply these changes, and we'll close this, now you can see how this actually is separating itself from the pack. Now, of course, I can go into the little rich text editor and change this text to white as well. So you can easily control all of the different attributes of this package. All right, let's move on. Feel free to explore that one. I'd love your feedback as this is going to be improved upon over time, like all of the modules are. Next, we got the Magic module. Now, of course, this is by far my favorite module to use. I love it, I love it, I love it. But now, if you go into the column settings, just like you can with the row or section settings, you'll see that you can go into the background image and then come down here when using an actual image and turn the parallax scrolling option on. These are all going to be the same consistent controls that you would have at the row or section level. So feel free to definitely play with that. Now, one of the things that excites me, and this is a little bit of a nerdy design tip for you, is while yes, that looks kind of cool, I can't wait to start to utilize it for my own purposes by then going in and having those columns actually fill these little, having these little spaces gone. So for example, I could go into the row settings, the content width, maybe I'll do like full edge to edge, full bleed to remove the space over here, and then remove the space from in between the columns and apply those changes. Now we've got this cool little like row to row sort of look and feel. And of course, you can create up to 6 columns with the Magic module. So have fun with that. That's definitely a good one to play with so that you can make even more custom and cool looking layouts for your web pages. All right, last but not least, one of the things that I've just released this week is my brand new Happy Center kit. Now, if you've ever been to the Clean Pro knowledge base, the new knowledge base, that is built on top of HubDB, which is a feature that if you're utilizing HubSpot's Content Hub Pro or Content Hub Enterprise, you will have access to. Now, I have done tons of custom development projects for customers over the years utilizing HubDB. But now I've created a out-of-the-box kit for you to use to create your own resource center and or knowledge base, case studies library, and a handful of other cool creative use cases that I'm sure you can come up with. So you can now go to Clean Pro Happy Center Kit, and get a sense of what the kit is all about. Of course, I've got a cool video that you can watch, and it'll go through all of the different options and how it works. Yet again, if you're curious to see what this actually looks like in real life, you can always just go over and see the live example of my very own Happy Center, which I'm going to be adding a lot more content to, videos to, tutorials to, and things over time. I love it. It has been a game changer. I used to use HubSpot's knowledge base for like $400 a month, and like it's okay, and it just I don't know. So I built my own, and I'm giving that to you as a kit to use as well. So feel free, take a look, Happy Center Kit. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. It's been built so that you can basically DIY this, or if you need a little help for me to jump in there and wrangle a little bit of the HubDB table for you, there is an option for that. With that, I'm out. I hope you have a fantastic day, and thank you again for being a Clean customer and all of the incredible feedback along the way. It's what allows me to continue to create even more awesome modules, improve existing modules, and just make Clean awesome. That's what it's all about. All right, later.